Dobre Utra, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. It is nice here. Bit cloudy today though. Full cloud cover. It's humid and it's hot, 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 hot. We've been having some very warm weather lately. Much above expectations, I guess. I was just chatting with some folks back in Canada where we're from, and it was only 12 degrees Celsius yesterday. And here, I think I would say it was 27 or 28. So big difference. We're back on the farm again today. The field's over here, and we are waiting for a shipping container, which is right here. So he's going to be coming through here, and if all goes well, driving right out to the field. We want the shipping container there in the field so that we can put a bunch of stuff in it, and then we're hoping to start building next week. Excavators coming next week to start digging a hole, and then we will start building from the bottom all the way up to the top. We plan to be in it by winter, so lots of work to do. Looking forward to that, as is this guy who's bored out of his mind. You ready to start building?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just noticing how tall the grass got in the last week. There's a lot more growth again, and we seriously need to get it cut. So we are hopefully going to be able to find some equipment we can do that with. In Canada, we're very used to being able to rent whatever we want. And when I say rent, it means different things here in Russia than it does in Canada. I can rent farm equipment with no driver. I can rent any size tractor, mower, baler, pretty well anything you need for agriculture is generally for rent somewhere. And you can call it up and they'll deliver it to you, or you can go pick it up, whatever you need. Maybe my baler breaks down, I can just go in there, grab another baler, go home, finish baling, pay them for the day, or however arrangement you have. Here I have not been able to find that yet. A lot of things say they're for rent, but it all comes with a driver, and I don't need a driver, I just need the equipment to use. So we'll have to try to figure that out yet. We haven't bought any farm equipment yet this year. We're still looking, deciding what we want, and yeah, probably going to wait till next year before we buy much for farm equipment. I just need to get this hay off this year. So hopefully we can find that out and get that solved and get it all done, cut, baled. And then we have lots of feed for next year. Then we can get everything built, get our barns built, and when we buy cattle and stuff next year, we will have lots of feed for them. That's kind of what we're hoping. Driver's still not moving. I think he's on the phone. He was on the road that way. Can't see my finger. That way is the road. He was sitting on the road when we got here. He's now here. That's as far as he's got. We are trying to decide what he's doing, and I think we're concluding that he's trying to turn around. I'm not sure why, because he could have just drove straight through here and turned around in my field. And he's trying to turn around this little road there. And maybe back all the way in? I don't know. Ordinarily, I would go over there and direct him, but there's a language barrier. And we have a guy here doing that. Eugene is here helping. He's the former owner of this farm. He speaks English and Russian. And he's handling the logistics on the truck. So I am just standing here observing today with Wes. Wes is thinking he should go drive the truck. Hey? What do you think?
Probably good.
Probably good? Probably. So the discussion is because he's so low, he doesn't have a lot of clearance here underneath, and especially underneath here. He's worried about driving into the field. So we got some neighbors out here now as well. The crane is here now too. He's on the other side of the truck. He's gonna lift them off. That's neat, eh? Okay, we managed to get him this far. Oop, he won't go any farther though. So we're setting up the crane here. See if I can make it through these. Whoa, it's all weeds. Oh. The grass is very tall here. smoothest terrain for setting up, but it should work. Be fun. You should have stayed up there for the ride. Lose his truck. What we're doing is walking around the field here, trying to pick the boundaries of the field between these dots that we're making in straight lines, so we'll be able to put fences in later on based on these points. But I needed to know these so I don't end up building a fence on someone else's land. Not the clearest markers, but that's what I'm sticking up. You can see they're actually pretty hard to see. So I'm also marking it on my map, at least give me a rough idea where it is, and then from there we can find these again in a few days, and we'll stick in taller fence posts right away on these corners or on these dots, and then I can go ahead and fill the dots in later on with fence anytime. That doesn't have to happen right away. This thing is running on GPS, satellite signal, and determining the exact points. Pretty neat. We requested a survey done in Canada. It took many weeks to organize, and a huge amount of money in order to get it done. This seems fairly simple. All right, it is warm and there's like very little wind today. Beautiful out. I prefer that over cold weather, but it's still hot and sticky. We've got all our markers in. I stuck 2 over here for the laneway as well. And then I got talking to the cadastral engineer, and he makes it sound like we might not be able to put a laneway in here. He doesn't know. Of course, we have to apply for that, get approval. So that is a fairly simple process in Canada to get a laneway approval done. I don't know what it's like here. He made it sound like it might be complicated. I'm talking to another guy right now, and he says, oh, it won't be an issue at all right now. Don't worry about it. Just do it. But later on, when they expand the highway, then it might become a problem. And they are working on expanding the highway. But how soon it'll be here, who knows, right? Now, I was already told by the government it wouldn't be an issue, but one part of government is not always the same as another part of government, and I don't really want to build my house here expecting to be able to use a laneway off the highway if that's not going to be allowed. The objective was to go right through here. There is actually an approach coming off the road here already, and we were just going to use it. And that way all the traffic driving by will be able to see if we build a store here. They can see all that, come in, park, buy stuff, and that was all part of our plan. Now, if that's not allowed to come from the highway, that means they need to come all the way from the far end of the field, through that town, through a long laneway. I don't think too many people are going to come here and buy anything if that's the case. And that really changes things. Problem is, it's Wednesday today. I believe it's Wednesday today. I think so. And I got an excavator coming on Monday. So 5 days from now, the excavator's coming to start digging a hole for our house. It's not a lot of time to figure out whether we can put a laneway in here. Part of our adventure today, we have been guided way back here. So Andre from the Tractorist, you should have seen that video by now. I guess he's invited us to this town here to show a couple of little apartments maybe that we could use while we're building. And then there's this lake down here as well that we're just checking out now. The kids are filthy from working in the garden. We're gonna go have a look at the lake. I didn't bring any swimming clothes though, did we?
Nice and cold now.
Yeah.
And plus I was swimming, or I was sweating, so now I'm even colder.
All right.
There, beautiful lake.
Oh.
Very nice.
It's okay.
Okay. I got you.
What do you think? What do you think, Maddie? Got a little bit of sun on your face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well.
I got you.
You're okay.
I got you.
Go up there by the van then.
Wow, now. Wow. Wow, кидай меня.
Good afternoon. A little update today. We sat down in a meeting with the government and we showed them exactly what our plans were. We actually built a little sketch model of how our farm would look, where the laneway approach would be, where we wanted to build a store, greenhouses, all this other stuff, where parking would be, where customers would come in from the highway and park at the store. And we told them this was a long-term plan. It's not necessarily going to happen right away, but eventually we wanted to be able to build a store there and do these things. And we were told that was fine. Go for it. Give her. So as I mentioned yesterday in the video, we now find that this may be a problem. And so today we got the lawyer to do some phoning around and find out, and indeed, yes, this is going to be an issue. No, you can't do that. Now I don't understand, because we did our due diligence. So for those of you who are like, oh, you have no idea what you're doing. Well, we did. Everything that we do is researched and thought about before we do it. We don't do anything without thinking first. So now we bought the property, we own it, and we are 3 days away from starting to dig for the house. And we find this out, and we're not going to be able to do this. And we now need to rethink everything. Are we going to still carry on with this particular piece of land? Are we going to change our directions? Are we going to change our plans? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Everything is resolvable. We still believe we are here because God led us here and that we are supposed to be here. But there are hurdles and obstacles that need to be overcome. And I'm just sharing that with you. I don't need you to do anything about it. You don't need to contact anybody. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to do anything about it. I'm just telling you, because that's what we do. I'm telling you that these are some of the things that we face. Bureaucratic hurdles that need to be overcome in order for us to move on to the next step. So before I can do any more, we got to cross this. We have to find out for sure that this is not going to be an issue before I start building a house.
I think it's puzzles.
Something about wood.
What is it?
What is it? Alright, it's
Parts.
connects or mechanos. Nice.
Ooh,
Ah, very cool.
tiny doll.
Very neat.
Pretty. Really pretty.
Ooh, is it a bell? Is it a bell? Yep.
Yeah, it is a little bell.
Nice.
It's a bell?
Yep. It's decorative.
Cute. Little Russian bell.
Very neat. And it's like, ooh.
What is it?
For embroidery.
Embroidery ring. Look how big. Look at the.
I always wanted some too. That's from my machine. There's that and then there's...
That's awesome. That's beautiful. Down. I was so bored.
Oh, look at this.
That's cute. That was cute too. Little chicks. Flowers. Look at them all.
Oh, little cute. Cutie.
Beautiful. That one's cute.
Aww, little fox. Oh, that's a nice picture.
Wow, we're starting to keep us busy now. Russian doll.
Russian doll. Oh, God, red Russian one. Red.
And a blue.
There's another package. Cute.
Mm.
What is this? What is it? What is it?
Aww.
Dress.
I think it's for Maddie. Aww.
Oh, it's got a headband too.
Oh, that's pretty. That's very cute. That's beautiful. Can we try it on her?
Can I actually see it on the camera? You guys are so excited. Aw, isn't that beautiful?
You like it? Ah, that's beautiful. Can we try it on her?
That's pretty fun.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey, darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday,